everybody, welcome to another edition of our podcast. I had prayers, these ones, let me not include them. I just asked for Azam to qualify for Champions League. I wanted to see something. The people of Simba, we love you, but you've been weighed. And you've been found wanting. Please go to Confed, we will see you, hopefully next season, but must remember to come back. Gentlemen, welcome.
Hey, Champa.
It was an interesting weekend.
Very interesting weekend, my brother.
The interesting thing is those that have been number one there in Morocco. Nabi, is he bottling or is Zimbabwe saying, "I corner"?
Yo, by the look of
Yo can't be the star.
It's in the hands of Zimbabwe.
So
now the power has shifted from Nabi.
The invincible are loading.
The invincible is loading.
They're not going to Sundowns this thing.
One game to go.
They're not going to Sundowns this thing.
Sundowns was not playing for anything. They already represented. This one has got a league on it.
It's got a league on it.
It's more important than league is more important than invincible.
So you're saying Zimbabwe and Fadlu champions?
I saw Fadlu there holding a certificate, pro license, loaded. So they're good to go.
So the coach that almost came to you, if he bottles, do you still want him at Kaizer Chiefs?
Well, over and above, when you look at the resources that he had in Morocco versus the resources that are here in South Africa for Kaizer Chiefs, there's a huge difference. It's like north and west.
Yeah.
I mean, he will be having a team with better resources than when he was working now in Morocco.
And also, Mamposa, you have to look at the team that he's coached in Morocco. He went there, he shook the table. It was not expected of him to do
He sounds like Coach Rulani, this one.
No.
Because the loss is not the issue, but you look at...
You just need to, you have to look at the general improvement of the team. That's how you measure a coach. Yes, you can
what
get
is done in terms of structure.
You can get a coach that comes in and wins the league when a team was winning the league, but you find that they're regressing in terms of maybe the points that they've gathered, players not improving. But you look at Nabel Mtuine and they say, okay, Nabi, what has he done for this team? What has he offered this team? The mere fact that he's guaranteed them Champions League football, the mere fact that he's gotten to that position where he was even challenging for the league at that time, it tells you that he's a good coach. Yes, he's bottled, but...
So talking of, so he's guaranteed them
Champions League.
Champions League.
Yes.
Wait that fans, you've been weighed. You've been found wanting.
You are very happy not to see Wydad there.
We hopefully will see you whenever you decide that you are good enough. When there's new players in town, my man. Yeah. History is not going to carry you through.
You know, I just wanted to follow up on Cox in terms of Unabi. If you look at again the timing of him joining that team, he spent most of his time last season negotiating with Kaizer Chiefs, not necessarily having pre-season with these guys. He joined them at a very later stage.
Almost just before the season started?
Yes, I'm just saying.
So now he's going to have a pre-season? So you're hoping with the pre-season he'll be able to...
If he stays, he's going to have a full pre-season. He has now an opportunity to build on what he has started, plays Champions League football. If he goes, he'll have a pre-season somewhere Lena Road, things start to happen, you know. So
in essence, in Morocco right now, pole position is green and white of Raja.
And it's very strange, man. Like, because you look at Jay-Z and you say Jay-Z was never a man known to even Ghana. 50 points was a problem for him.
At Pirates, 50 points for Zimbabwe was a problem.
was a struggle for him. But he still took the same learnings, still took the same recommendations, still took the same structure. Said, I'm going with this guy. Now you have him. That's the beauty of having somebody that you trust. People that want to employ people, make sure you employ them with people that they trust.
So you are saying an assistant coach that you trust is important.
It's a trend.
It's a trend not followed by your team.
That is the problem. That's where we are number 10. Because we just find somebody sitting there, hey, there's a job here, come. Take it.
So message to Kaizer Chiefs, hire a coach, his assistant, and everybody that he wants.
My guy, we move with times. Good coaches.
Or times has moved past you.
Have moved past you. You need to quickly, catch up, because I can tell you, teams now, when you have to get a technical team, it's
come as a pack.
It's a pack. It's not
Coach Pizzo travels with the team.
Yeah. Coach at Pirates, he came with his own trusted assistant. which, by the way, is leaving. We don't know what's going to happen. So I'm just
Physical
saying to you,
trainer as well.
yeah. You bring people that you trust.
We hear you, Lufuno.
But doesn't happen in Sundowns, though, eh?
No, we're talking Champions League. You're talking about people who don't have a coach.
Yeah.
But the good thing is that you look at Champions League, guaranteed Champions League people. The past weekend, it was the Banks Cup. In Tanzania, the FA Cup played in call it Federation Cup. Azam played against Wananchi.
Number 1 against number 2.
Number 1.
But Azam shocked me because I thought, hey, Wananchi are the champions. Yanga should be able to walk this thing. Form was different. Azam put up quite a shift.
They put up a fight. They put up a shift. They took it to 120 minutes of 0 goals. They, it was hard. It was hard. They put up a fight. But in them putting a fight, class always comes through.
Okay.
Wananchi
are champions. But
double.
Double.
A league and a cup. And a FA Cup. That's the double. And you want to maintain. And in that happening, Wananchi became the first team in Tanzania to win the title 4 times. Oh. So it has never happened before. So you look at those things and you say, heritage. This is the heritage that he speaks about. They can take you to extra time. They can take you to... Put it here.
Is that what is lacking in Klorkop?
Put it on the table.
We'll get to Klorkop. But Lufuno, here's the thing. Yeah. Looking at what Azam did, does it then say that Azam, when coming to the Champions League, they're not just going to be a passenger? Because they still now they're going to go buy players and be able to.
Me and you we have actually spoken about this many a times. That teams that are coming into the Champions Leagues, they are not there to add numbers. If you think that a team that takes Yanga 120 minutes, the team that took out Simba in that position of number 2, and go and play the final of the FA Cup. I think this team, if you look at closely, is a quality team. Because now, here is Simba. They got this pound to pound with Simba, same points, what Simba can get, they got those points. They even outscore Simba. They get to the final of the FA Cup. Yes, they didn't win, but they're in the Champions League.
And they take the number 1 to 120 minutes of 100%. No goals.
So the gap is also closing between them and Yanga and Simba together.
I wouldn't be too excited if I was Lufuno. Because I've seen this movie before where a young one just comes in, try and challenge, try and disrupt, gets excited, and they get tired.
But forgets about the league at home.
Yes, because now they're going to be stretched. They have to apply themselves in the Champions League. The prelims, this prelims stage of the Champions League.
I totally agree with you. However, I also have another example. Let's say there's Johnny. They're back. They still managed to play Champions League.
And
they went into the knockout stage. They still win the league. So that's why I said that the trends are changing. The coaches that we're also having now, these are new coaches.
These are technocrats.
They are technocrats. They study
research.
They do a lot of research. They know exactly what they're doing. So those coaches of the olden days, let's just go and play.
Eye test.
Yeah, it's
go out there and have fun.
But here's my thing, because what for me I found interesting, it defined almost Azam from the way I'm looking at it. Because it then gave us an idea who Azam is. Because the reality is that we're only going to see a lot about when you meet competition. And there is no better barometer than the winners. People who went to the quarterfinals. You giving those a tough time. It therefore means everybody's got to take you seriously. You're not just here to add numbers. You
know, Mamposa, that is going to be very important. You, have to bolster the squad. Squad composition has to be totally different. Your mindset has to shift completely. You have to first go and take stock and say, okay, these are the people that I have. Yeah, sure, they're good. They can challenge these people.
They can hold their own.
But you have to say, for me to sustain this, I have to at least have 2 quality players in every position. And that might stretch the purse a little bit. And that's where the problem is, because playing in this competition, a lot of teams fall off Not necessarily because they're not good, but because their purse can only stretch as far as it can. And once that happens, it exposes the team. And that's where you see, okay, now are we starting to question the coach? Are we starting to question everybody else that's running the club? Because here, the whole continent is watching you, and they're going to question your credentials. So
Yeah, I know, and they're going to question it in that square.
yeah, they'll question your credentials and say, but we spend this much, why are you not bringing it here? Or we haven't spent this much, why are we not spending? So everybody
Talking
will
about
scrutinize.
spending, your beloved team, my beloved team, Mamelodi Sundowns spends money. Then they go to Mbombela. Another 2 teams that are in the Champions League.
Number 1, number 2.
Number one, number two. Number 2 comes out tops.
For the second time.
Yeah, but number 2 were favorites going into the match.
Haibo.
Yes.
Favorite against a team that was unbeaten for 29 games in the league.
Oh, no,
Yes.
but in the cup, you know,
the cup, number two, number
Pirates
two.
has got the number of
Yeah,
Sundowns.
number 2,
So
they've
you're
got them.
admitting that Pirates is over and above boxing in the cups.
In cups?
Yeah.
Anything that's within 7 games.
But, the
Anything.
record, but the record was saying something here last week.
No.
We're saying
So
they're not
overall.
winning enough. Overall.
No. In 7 games.
Enough league matches.
No. We're talking about the Nedbank Cup on its own. We're talking about a 1937 team, a 1917 and a team. The 1970 still won this Nedbank more than this one. of
Yeah, but
1937.
you are bringing a 1937 team and this current
1970.
1970 team, where the 1937 team is being coached by a person whose mandate is very clear. This guy is identified. He said, cups. Once Bulufuno, they are quiet, I can start dealing with whatever I do. He even came out in a press conference and said, they're a points machine. Now, how do I compete with a points machine?
But I'll get them in the cups.
I'll get them.
So does it mean though with Pirates, I know last season Mapagania, you got Joaneng in the prelims and every other thing. Does it then augur well from Pirates to say they're now going to make a run for it? Because last season we saw after winning the Nedbank Cup, our good friend Mdange was making posters. They won the league or other things that have no life in it.
Yeah, the supporters must not get too excited. Must be realistic as well. Yes, it's fine. It's nice to say this trophy or nothing. But what happens when you win nothing? I mean, you're going to complain.
So it would mean they would have been complaining about the MTN.
The target right now is to get to 60 points. Have an average of 2 points per match.
That's it.
That's it. Then you can say, I've improved. That means I'm able to win more than half.
You're saying the gap is closing. It's 23 points, by the way.
23 points
It's a
between
lot-
Pirates
it's
and
open.
Mamelodi Sundowns.
It's a lot of points.
It's widened
It's a
from
freeway.
last-
It's,
yes.
it's a lot of points. It's not even close. We are talking a team that has lost only 1 game in 30. And you have lost over 5 games.
You've barely won half of the
So the gap is still there. Unless if the team that is on top regress heavily.
So you need
Yes, because you need 2 things. You need this team
to either regress or you match them.
That's why you find people are complaining in England, where a team improves their points to 90, 100, they
Yeah,
still
but
don't win the
still.
league. Because the team on top are not regressing.
Having said that, gentlemen, Azam, Orlando Pirates, good addition. We know Raja's going to be coming
You know
back
what I'm
at this
looking
rate.
for? Orlando Stadium, Escotine, Zimbabwe, there.
Oh, dear Kev, me are going to rig certain fixture. Me, I'm going to rig.
Yeah.
So you are saying Zimbabwe with his green and white
It
must come
Orlando.
to... No, but Orlando Pirates have got a problem of not getting past the prelims. Joaneng
No,
last
they
season.
will pass.
Oh, so
They will pass.
So Lufuno is hoping that Orlando Pirates passes.
Let's give them a break, Joaneng, but from
No, I just want the following.
Yeah.
Just want the following.
Yeah.
Oh, so we have a group.
Yeah.
Raja must be in that group.
Yeah.
Joaneng must be in
And
that group.
Pirates.
Pirates must be in that group.
Yeah.
We'll find another one.
I'll find another one.
We'll find another one.
Don't get too excited. This is what I'm talking about. You are getting too excited. You're talking about groups and prelims.
No, but I give them for benefit of the doubt.
Benefit of the doubt must be given once the match
Based
is
on
over.
results.
Yeah. If your result says prelim is an if, then you must be scrutinized there by the prelim and say, let's wait for you, then we'll give you the group.
Yeah.
Once the group, because they're going to be in pot 4.
Yeah.
So it's going to be
You can see seasoned people already know which port is going to open. Where all I ask is that Sundowns, who are the teams? Give us Ali in the group. I want to see something as
now
usual.
I say group stage because I need another rematch. 'Cause I think there's some things that are not done properly. Yanga
In the same, in the same
same
group
group
as
with Sundowns.
Okay?
Yeah.
And add Ali in that.
No, leave
No,
Ali.
you must add Ali.
It won't be there because Sundowns is moving to first port.
Yeah, it's not gonna be.
They're not gonna meet.
They're not gonna be together. Leave
this
Ali
first-
They are
there.
not meeting.
Yeah.
But the Champions League is already exciting and we have not even finished because right now teams are getting, Kanti Yanga, what's happening? Are you sorting out your players? Please, we need to know so that we know squads are handed in. But all eyes are on Morocco. Will Zimbabwe win this thing? Because Nabi looks like he's bottling this thing.
Zimbabwe has not lost, so far he doesn't know how to lose, and that gives him advantage going into the last match. And that is the added advantage you want, especially if you are coming from behind, because now momentum is carrying you. You see, if you are there on top, relaxing like Nabi and say, these ones, I'll manage them, it's in my hands. It's in Zimbabwe's hand now, for the first time.
The experience also started to play from Raja vis-a-vis the other team that Nabi is coaching. Yes, the experience now also. You know, they had. I thought they will be stopped by Wydad. They beat Wydad, and that on its own shows.
And that sealed Wydad's fate into saying Champions League is above you this season. Having said that, we say congratulations to Wananchi for winning the Federation Cup. It was a banking weekend. Call it a banking weekend in Africa. Congratulations to Orlando Pirates for winning the Nedbank Cup. We look forward to seeing what happens in Morocco. We look forward to your comments. We see them, and I think Lufuno said he will engage you guys. I look forward to that. Don't give him too much of a hard time. But next week, we seal off the seasons as they are on the continent and see who's there to be able to say, these are our competitors for the... Chief, does Kaiser Chiefs have a coach?
Chief.
No, they still don't have a coach.
Other people are still coaching.
Having said all that, it's been good, it's been great. Thank you for joining us, and we look forward to seeing your comments.
I saw a cherry, and it was red.